How can we fix the racing at Monaco?
Here we go.
Smaller cars or more overtaking opportunities? Well, look, we've got the cars. We can't do anything about them. They're not going to shrink them, not anytime soon anyway. So myself and Tommy were discussing sort of small things you can do to Monaco that perhaps would help. And it all comes at the final corner. Just smooth that out. Okay? Because not only is it like quite a fiddly last corner, one of the worst in racing games, I will admit. The way it drops down, the off-camber of it makes it even worse for the driver behind to try, with aero wash, to get any kind of run down one of the shortest straights in Formula 1 with DRS, to get any sort of sniff into turn 1. If you just smoothed it out, made it a little bit flatter, and it's a bit easier to get traction out of, maybe we would see one overtake. That's all we want, just one. Because apart from that, there's not much you can really do about Monte Carlo, because it's all very set and it's Monaco, and as soon as you start changing it any more than that, you may as well just go race somewhere else.
Exactly. Ironically, if you look at a track map of the 1950 Monaco layout, it's actually a better layout for racing because they don't have the Rascasse, they don't have the swimming pool. It's one little chicane after the tunnel, so they come out of Tabac, they go straight on, then it's a hairpin, and then straight on again to Saint-Devote. So that is the most annoying thing. I've seen a lot of people go, get rid of the chicane after the tunnel, or make DRS longer, or all this kind of stuff. And I don't think it would work, but what I do think would work is if you just made that final corner. It is such an irritating corner. I don't think Monaco should change us so many times, but like that one wouldn't change the essence of what Monaco is and keep it like that layout like it's been for years and years. But you just open up that final corner because it's so annoying watching them come around that final corner where you would get a run down the straight, because we have seen overtaking down that main straight in loads of other series where they can follow a lot closer. You know, Formula E has like 150 odd overtakes there every year. Formula 2 had overtaking. We've seen it in other series, and we've seen it in the past in Formula 1.
If we're going to race at Monaco, we have to accept what the track is. Maybe that tweak that we've mentioned, but it has to be more around these pit stops, these mandatory pit stops. Have 100%. 2 of them at Monaco. You have to change your dry compounded tyre twice.
If that was a rule, 2 mandatory stop, then even if you did have the red flag rule, it wouldn't matter because there's still going to be that jeopardy of a pit stop. Exactly. And that is something that they were bantering about it, because they said 5 stops, but George and Max were talking about, which is ironically exactly what I said would happen with Max when he wasn't winning the race, that he'd basically be like, wow, now I understand what this is racing like for everyone else now, because you're stuck and you can't overtake. But if you had 2 stops, there were 2 stops in 2011, and it was an exciting race, kept you guessing to the end. You had 3 drivers on 3 different tyres battling out at the end. And even if it is really hard to overtake, you know, at least you're seeing them kind of push and go for it. But as soon as there's 1 stop, it's kind of game over. There's surely something that like Pirelli can do just for this one race. I understand that they didn't want to go back as a car company. It's not a great look for them to have tyres exploding like they did at Silverstone and stuff back in like 2013 and 2011. But just for the Monaco Grand Prix, like, we shouldn't be having a medium tyre that can last 77 laps. That's not the point of what Pirelli were bought in for in the first place, and the point of like running different tyre compounds is the fact that they're not meant to last. So that is the easiest fix in the world, just to do that.